Hi, this is Ken from Pixel Hunt, and I'm here to do another quick look video. Today we'll be taking a look at Starpoint Gemini 2. We talked about this game briefly in a previous episode of the Hyperpixel Cast. I believe it may have been in episode 5 of that podcast, and I talked briefly about Starpoint Gemini 2, but I thought it might be a good idea for us to take a look and see the gameplay and just talk through some of the functions and features within this game. As you can see, it's a space sim, like I said in the Pixelcast. It's a very pretty world that we're in. It's an open world in which you travel around the galaxy, fulfilling missions and hunting bounties and doing trading and all that sort of stuff. So if you're thinking about Freelancer, or if you're familiar with other space sims of that nature, Privateer, Freelancer, this would not be dissimilar. So let's take a look at what we have here. This is our ship. As you can see, the universe is quite a pretty one. Just pan around a little bit. We're flying away from that space station over there. Pan around a little bit more this way. Alright, just to give you a sense of scale, that's the space station that we were just traveling in. Let me slow my ship down to a complete stop. That's the space station that we were just flying away from. This is an indication, so that's about how far we've traveled. And these are the sectors that I have I've explored to date. These are 7 different sectors. Sorry, my mistake there. 7 different sectors that I have explored, and it just seems like this is going to be a absolutely humongous map. I've only unlocked 7 hexes, and I think there's going to be a lot more space to explore. So what we have here is these are space stations, and there are missions that you can pick up. So it's fairly freeform. You go there. Oh, that sounds like a good mission to do. That will give us a chance to.
Affirmative.
Okay, I can set my waypoint.
Executing PTE protocols.
Switching back to normal view. There we go. So you can see that I've put 100% power to engines. This is sort of a fast travel that lets me get from one stage to another, one part of the map to another. Oh, there we go.
Anomalous readings, Captain.
We can, I guess I'll put some more power to my weapons, or balance them between my weapons, and I'm switching modes, control schemes as well. So, there we go. That went a bit smoother than expected. I have received 594 credits for that, plus 2 alignment and some experience. And I'm able to, let's see, scan that. Let's take a look. What's in the derelict? Maybe there's something worth picking up. Nope. There we go. Let's see what I can scavenge. Nope. Nothing either. I'm gonna just align my ship. So it seems like I can't do anything here. Oh. There's a bit of cargo there, I guess. That's not too bad. Now, one of the interesting things about this game, you may have noticed from combat, sorry I wasn't talking very much there, combat has a bit of a naval feel to it in that it's not a fighter. You're not, unlike games like Starlancer or Free Space, where ships control like their space, like their fighter jets. Ships in this game control more like navy boats, navy ships, so that you will require to, bring your weapons into various firing arcs. You have to lure the enemy into arcs of where you can put the most amount of damage. On my particular ship right now, I have got weapons on my front arc and my side arcs, so I probably do the most damage if I was firing from either my left or my right. You'll notice that I can switch different modes of control, flight control. In selection mode, I just have a cursor which allows me to pull up information like the star map and information about myself, and also use my equipment and abilities, and I can also dial through my power, allocate power. When I'm in targeting mode, I have more free control of my ship. And I can also have turret view, which allows me to pan around my ship. So let's take a look at where we can go next. Bring requested cargo, that sounds a bit boring. What's that? Very requested cargo, that sounds a bit boring. Let's go take a look at some of these other sites.
Yes, sir.
And then we can talk about
new coordinates. Adjusting axis elevation,
other things
sir.
about this game. That's a feature that I really like. It sets my ship right side up. That's pretty cool. You'll notice down here the center bottom, the center bottom of the screen, we've got this bar here. These are abilities that my captain has. My captain is an engineer class. There are three classes of captains: an engineer, a tactician, and a soldier. I think that those are the classes, and they give you different abilities which can level up as you progress through the game. I'm currently a level 3 engineer, and I'm learning experience bit by bit. I also have these one-off use consumables like a shield booster or a speed booster. I can use this anytime in the game. So think about this. There is a bit of an action RPG element to the game here. Think of these as your abilities and these as your items. You can outfit your ship with a whole range of things. Shield generators, that's the weapon I've got, and various other weapons here as well. Cloaking. That's right, I'm going to cloak my ship whilst I fly off to the solar farm. I discovered the solar farm in one of my earlier travels, and I really like it. It's one of the more impressive things I've seen so far in this game, and given how little I've seen of the game, I'm assuming that there will be far more impressive things at some point. Turning down my engines again so that I can swing round. So these are the solar farms. And if if we want, we can just sort of look around the world a little bit. There we go. So you've seen a little bit of the combat. So far I've only ever met maybe 1 or 2 ships at any given time, and I've been able to take them on fairly easily. I'm not sure how the difficulty will scale up past this point. Like I said, I've only explored a very small corner of this universe. I haven't done much trading. I haven't done much bounty hunting, for example. Let's take a look at Captain's info. So that's the person that I am in the game, how much experience I've got, my alignment, my class, the money I've been making, because you're ostensibly in control of a ship. You're the captain, and you can actually hire officers to join your crew, which gives you bonuses to various things. And I've got a fairly decent reputation in most places. That's not too bad. We can look at our ships. These are the weapons I've got. So they're in my various arcs. I've got a missile launcher and various other things as well. Sensors, shield generators, power core. I've got different items that I can use. Ooh, look at that. Candy Saga Juicy Mint candies. Cargo, which I can sell when I come into a station. So there's a lot of travel, like I said. Let's go look for a space station too.
Course adjusted.
Space station
Transferring
dock.
all available power to engines.
And I'm gonna just turn on my cloak and turn my ship right side up again. I really enjoy doing that. Other things that we can look at, these are the skills that I've got. I've got 2 skill points which I could probably put somewhere, but I haven't decided where to do that yet. And we've got various perks as well. Captain's log to show bits of news of what's been happening in the world, and also the missions that I've got going on. So that's a bit of a flight away, isn't it? In addition to this type of particular fast travel, there is another type of instant travel in this game. You go to a waygate, I think that's what it's called. Let's take a look here. T-gate. You go to one of these T-gates and you can instant travel from one T-gate to another, but it costs quite a lot of money. I think a trip from one waypoint to another waypoint is about 15,000 credits, and so far in my 3 to 4 hours worth of gameplay I've made about 20,000 credits. So it's going to be pretty tricky to make enough money to use those T-gates. So chances are you'll be using this particular type of fast travel. One of the great things about this game so far is when you're traveling from one point to another point, you can essentially just set a waypoint, tell your ship that you're going to that particular waypoint, and
Communications report heavy long-range chatter. New missions are available.
oh, new missions, excellent. And what that means, sorry, I was just saying, I can essentially just go to a waypoint without having to do much work. I don't have to manually control it. If I've set a waypoint, then I can easily just can easily just go back to manual controls whenever I want to. Just pull up my mouse, just dial down the speed, and I've got control all over again, which is excellent. Alright, we're gonna anchor in. We're now in the Hamilton shipyard. We're gonna take a look at our ship and see what else is out there. So these are other ships that are currently available. See, the number of credits I've got right now is about 35,000. I started the game about 15,000, and I've made about 20 in the past 3 hours. It's going to be a long way before I can make any money to buy these ships. The Dreadnought class is going to cost me 24 million credits. I'm not going to be seeing that ship anytime soon. I can buy equipments and systems and enhancements to my ships, as you can see here. I can do some basic trading. I can bring on some supplies, and I can sell off what I have in my cargo hold, and I've just done that, which is great. News. Again, let's check in and see what's been happening in the world. In particular, economy news, just to see prices of cargo and whether bounties have been spotted. I can also look to either hire officers, so these are officers that can join your ship. So for example, this person, she is a I'm not sure what class this is. This is the either the pilot or the tactician class, the one that affects your piloting skills. So accuracy, chance to detect cloaked objects, it buffs your ship, transporter range, increasing power, and then we have to pay them on a monthly basis as well. Alright, that looks... I wonder where the extra missions are. That's pretty much it right now. Alright, let's leave the Hamilton shipyards and take a look at the space around here. Like I said, it is quite pretty. They've managed to make space quite visually interesting. I could go mining if I wanted to. That's not a problem. That's a legitimate... That's a legitimate activity if I wanted to. I could mine, I can trade, I can hunt bounties, so very much open space game in the likes of Privateer and Freelancer and that type of stuff. There aren't that many space sims out there at this point. This game is still in alpha, like so many other games are right now. So there's quite a... I think there's still some more things to polish before it's ready. The economic systems in this game so far don't seem to be particularly in depth deep. It's fairly basic. You just buy things in one spot and sell them at another. There doesn't seem to be a really fully fledged economic system. So and combat so far at these early stages seem relatively easy. Flying is a breeze, which is fantastic. Space is visually interesting, and there seems to be a lot of activity for you to do from one corner to another of this universe, which is great. So I'm just going to slow down a little bit. I'm going to switch back to selection mode so I can use some items. There we go. I've used a that was an item that makes mining extremely easy, but it's a one-off use item. If I want more, I'm gonna have to buy it. Let's pick up all of these other things as well. There we go. Let's see if there's anything else left for me to pick up. Nope, I see more right. I could mine for things the traditional way by using weapons, but that torpedo that I used was a lot more fun, wasn't it? Okay. There we go. So that's pretty much Starpoint Gemini 2 at this stage. Very pretty, lots of things to do. Systems are fairly simplistic, but still fun nonetheless. Combat is interesting. There is a bit of an action RPG element placed on top of a ship, on how you equip it, and things that you can do with it, your combat abilities and the like. Some basic ship management with various equipment and upgrades that you can put onto your ship, and a bit of power management there as well. So all in all, a very, very enjoyable game. I think it's well worth the $20 that I paid for it. It's still an alpha, like I said. So this I'm sure that when this game is completed, there'll be more systems built into it. But in any case, still worth a check out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to share this quick look with everybody. So if you're interested, go check out Starpoint Gemini 2. And until the next video, this is Ken from Pixel Hunt. See you soon.